The moment you inhale shisha, it may feel smooth, even relaxing, but inside your body, a completely different story begins. That smoke doesn't just sit in your lungs. As the smoke enters your lungs, it expands rapidly, filling every tiny branch, carrying with it a dangerous mix of chemicals, substances your body was never designed to handle. Deep inside your lungs are millions of tiny air sacs called alveoli. This is where oxygen is supposed to enter your blood. But now, these delicate structures are being flooded, overwhelmed, and slowly impaired. Within seconds, the effect spreads beyond your lungs. Your blood begins to change, oxygen levels start dropping, and something dangerous begins to take its place. Your brain, your heart, your entire system starts reacting. And even though you feel calm on the outside, inside your body, pressure is already building. Just sit and relax to see what happens next. Effect number 1, oxygen blockage. Shisha smoke contains carbon monoxide, a gas that binds tightly to your red blood cells, replacing the oxygen your body desperately needs. As more carbon monoxide enters your bloodstream, red blood cells overloaded with carbon monoxide, your blood slowly loses its ability to carry oxygen, starving your organs silently. Your brain is one of the first organs to feel the impact. With less oxygen reaching your neurons, brain activity begins to slow, even before you realize anything is wrong. That lightheaded sensation, that slight dizziness, it may feel mild, even relaxing to some people. But in reality, it's a signal that your brain is seriously struggling, not receiving the oxygen it needs. And as the exposure continues, the oxygen deprivation doesn't just stay in one place. It spreads deeper into your body. Your entire system begins to operate with less oxygen than it needs to survive efficiently. Effect number 2 begins quietly but aggressively: lung damage. Every inhale introduces heated smoke and toxic chemicals directly into one of the most delicate systems in your body. Those tiny air sacs start to lose their natural elasticity. Instead of expanding and contracting freely, they begin to stiffen, reducing their ability to transfer oxygen into your bloodstream. In response to this invasion, your lungs activate a defense mechanism, producing mucus to trap the harmful particles. But over time, they also clogs your airways. As these airways become narrower, airflow becomes restricted. You may not feel short of breath right away, but your lungs are already working harder just to maintain normal breathing. And over time, your lungs begin to lose their full capacity. What used to expand effortlessly with every breath now struggles to open completely, reducing your overall lung capacity. With every new session, the exposure continues. The hot smoke, filled with toxic chemicals, keeps passing through the same delicate tissues over and over again, becoming part of your normal condition. Deep inside, the tiny air sacs that once handled oxygen exchange with ease are now under constant stress. Some begin to weaken, and with every session, the damage builds. As this damage spreads, your lungs try to protect themselves. They produce more mucus, attempting to trap the harmful particles entering with every inhale. Constant irritation can lead to long-term respiratory issues. Airflow becomes restricted. Each breath becomes slightly less effective than the last. You may not notice it during normal activity, but inside your chest, your lungs are working harder just to maintain balance. And the most dangerous part is this: the damage doesn't stop when the session ends. It continues quietly, long after the smoke is gone. Slowly your lungs start losing their strength. Effect number 3 doesn't attack your body physically at first, it targets your brain. Addiction begins silently, as nicotine enters your bloodstream within seconds and travels rapidly toward your brain. When it arrives, it triggers a powerful chemical response, releasing dopamine, the neurotransmitter responsible for pleasure, reward, and motivation, faster than you might expect. This sudden release creates a feeling of calm, satisfaction, even mild euphoria. And your brain, designed to remember pleasurable experiences, immediately takes note. With each repeated exposure, this connection strengthens. Your brain begins to associate shisha with relief, comfort, and reward, building a pattern that becomes harder to ignore. What started as curiosity or social enjoyment slowly begins to change. The experience is no longer just something you try. It becomes something your brain starts expecting, and before you realize it, your brain starts depending on it. Each time the cycle repeats, the neural pathways responsible for this reward grow stronger. The signals become clearer, faster, more dominant, building a habit that becomes harder and harder to break. Your brain adapts to the presence of nicotine, adjusting its chemistry to accommodate this new pattern, slowly shifting its natural balance. As this happens, your sensitivity to pleasure changes. What once felt strong now slowly becomes a habit, and your brain now begins to expect more to achieve the same effect. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. This is how addiction forms, not instantly, but through repeated exposure, slowly rewiring your brain's behavior. What felt optional now feels increasingly necessary. And eventually, it reaches a point where your brain is no longer asking. It is expecting, even demanding that stimulation again. Not suddenly, but gradually. Effect number 4. your heart begins to feel the pressure. Almost immediately, your heart rate increases, beating faster than normal, pushing your body into a state of heightened activity. At the same time, your blood vessels begin to constrict. This narrowing reduces the space available for blood to flow freely, increasing resistance throughout your system. As resistance builds, your blood pressure rises, forcing your heart to pump harder with every beat, pushing blood through tighter pathways. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. With every beat, your heart is working against this increased pressure, placing additional strain on the muscle itself, working overtime just to maintain balance inside your body. And over time, this constant strain begins to wear down your heart, reducing its efficiency and increasing the risk of long-term complications, which can lead to heart disease or cancer depending on how severe the impact is. Effect number 5, blood toxicity. Your bloodstream becomes polluted. Harmful chemicals from the smoke enter your bloodstream and begin circulating throughout your entire body. These substances or toxins alter the composition of your blood, making it less effective at doing its job of transporting oxygen and nutrients throughout the entire human body. Your red blood cells, once strong and efficient, begin to struggle under this chemical load or pressure, losing their ability to function properly and efficiently. As oxygen delivery drops, your organs begin to receive or feel the effects of what they need to operate effectively. The more you inhale these substances, the more damage it causes to your heart. And slowly, your entire system begins to lose its balance, becoming less efficient, less stable, and more vulnerable. This is why you see some people at their younger age battling with all sorts of organ diseases. Effect number 6, your brain is under silent stress. Even if you feel calm, your brain is working harder than it should, dealing with reduced oxygen and chemical exposure. Your ability to focus begins to decline. Memory and concentration begin to weaken, as oxygen levels continue to drop and concentration becomes harder to maintain. Your reaction time slows, as neural signals take longer to travel and process, making your brain to process information less efficiently, and you might not know it is happening. Neurons begin to misfire, disrupting the precise communication your brain depends on. Thank you for watching up to this point, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And over time, your brain begins to lose its sharpness. In other words, this repeated stress begins to reduce your overall cognitive performance, irrespective of your gender or age. Effect number 7, your immune system weakens. Your body's defense system begins to slow down, becoming less effective at responding to threats or harmful substances to the body. Your immune system, the very system designed to protect you, begins to slow down under constant exposure. The cells that once reacted quickly to threats now respond more slowly, less effectively. Your lungs, already weakened from repeated exposure, become an easy target. Infections that your body could once fight off with ease now linger longer and growing stronger. Inside your body, harmful microorganisms begin to find opportunities they didn't have before. With your defenses weakened, they multiply more freely, spreading through tissues, taking advantage of a system that can no longer respond the way it used to. And slowly, your body begins to lose its natural ability to defend itself. What was once a strong, responsive system becomes weaker and less reliable. Deep inside your cells, beyond what you can see or feel, another process begins. Harmful chemicals from the smoke interact with your DNA, the very code that controls how your body functions. These interactions can cause subtle but dangerous changes, mutations that disrupt normal cell behavior. And over time, these damaged cells can begin to grow uncontrollably. Effect number 9. Your skin begins to reflect what's happening inside. As oxygen levels drop and toxins build up, your skin loses the nutrients it needs to stay healthy, vibrant, and strong. Your skin becomes dull, less radiant. Fine lines begin to appear earlier than they should. What was once a natural glow slowly fades, replaced by signs of stress and damage. Loses its natural glow, aging faster than it should. And over time, these changes become visible to everyone. A reflection on the outside of what has been happening deep inside your body all along. Effect number 10, long-term damage. None of these effects happen in isolation. They build on each other, layer by layer, slowly combining into something far more serious than they first appear. Your lungs struggle, your heart strains, your brain slows, your immune system weakens. What once worked effortlessly now fights just to maintain balance. Your body is no longer operating at its full potential. And the most dangerous part is this entire process happens silently. No immediate warning, no clear signal, just gradual damage, building over time, hidden beneath the surface. It all starts from the very first inhale. Not the 10th, not the 100th, but the very first time that smoke enters your body. From that moment, the process begins. And with every puff, it continues. So the next time you lift that pipe, ask yourself, what is really happening inside my body right now? Because the truth is, it's already happening.